As the armed forces continue to see a surge in recruitment, military influencers are on the rise. Now there's some controversy over blurring the lines between personal branding and military ethics. Military personnel are allowed to receive authorization from their commanders to work as an influencer, but it's hard to track if the troops are profiting off their rank. And military guidelines are also vague on certain ways influencers make money. The Army previously launched a creative reserve program to collaborate with influencers, but it's been paused and is pending an ethics review. For me, it's a little bit devil's in the details. Those two guys, Justin Nunley and he goes by Mandatory Fun Day on his accounts. Those are two of my favorites. Justin just retired, and Mandatory Fun Day, I think his name is Austin, he's still in. They're funny because they make fun of military culture. They're not necessarily, saying use this product or anything like that. Right. It's the clicks and views that they garner. It's that kind of grassroots making money. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that in the world. As a matter of fact, this administration has worked with some influencers to help with recruiting and things like that. Absolutely. Kevin?
I love this idea. And the truth be told, if you really are into just humor, like Americana, it's so fun. I mean, for me personally, I really enjoy it because it gives me a chance to laugh at some of the things that I know about the military, some of the culture, and I don't mind them making a couple of extra bucks as long as it's within the regs. And I'll tell you why. I know a lot of guys, especially a lot of enlisted guys, and even some officers, they're not living high on the hog here, folks. So if there's a way to figure out a mechanism that they can maybe get some money and put it into a trust, and then when you're out of the military, so long as you're not hawking, a particular product, or you're not doing something for Raytheon or something like that, good for you. I want them to have as much cash as they can to take care of their families. Tommy,
there's a difference between being reserve and active duty. When you're in the reserves, it's expected that you have a job outside of being in the reserves. That's what it's for. For active duty, it's a little bit different. You're on call, especially in the Marine Corps, 24/7. But, when I was in EOD school, I had a job at the Abercrombie. I stood in front and said, hey, how's it going? I sprayed everybody with the cologne. I worked it every Saturday and Sunday and sometimes at night just to stay out of trouble, make a little bit extra money. This is the newest version of that.
First of all, I'm just still taken aback that you worked at Abercrombie. So I think we need to marinate in that for a moment.
As soon as I brought that up, I knew where we were
Joey, we also want photos of this, and we're going to hold you to that.
Exists.
But listen, you got athletes making all this money, NIL. Why can't our military folks, why can't they make a little money, right? It doesn't bother me. I think that there's definitely a limit on it. I don't want to see the Get Ready With Me videos necessarily, But to that point, we also saw in the previous administration the drag queen recruitment videos, the dudes in dresses, as our Secretary of War would call it. So I'm okay with this. Have a little fun. If it helps recruitment, I'm all for it.
Doc, I'm going to turn to you to be the devil's advocate. When I was in the military, way back in my day, as we say in the old Corps, it was up in the air if we could even have social media, much less use it in a way to reach many people. There are people that get on there and complain about their service, complain about how they're treated, and complain about regulations, and they are called influencers as well.
Yeah, honestly, I was going to be the devil's advocate without you even prompting that, because this is a slippery slope for me. Yeah. I think influencers, they really walk a very tight line. You look at them, a lot of them I look at and I'm like, I'm embarrassed for you, I'm embarrassed for the people you know and those around you. And I'm very concerned that I don't want our military to actually have that persona as well out on the public space. And so my question is, are they needing to be influencers because we're not paying them enough? And if we're not paying them enough, then that's a conversation we need to have with the government about making sure that our military is able to care for their families and themselves. Yes, Joe.
No, go ahead.
And then on top, and then on top of that, that's if they're active members. Now, if they're doing something to try and promote the military and they're trying to get recruitment, I'm all for that. In fact, military videos are my favorite videos to watch. I get the goosebumps. Fun. They're all Americana, and I love them. But just as we were saying, I don't want to see them going on here hawking like, well, this is the brand of creatine I make, and that's how I am able to be as strong as I am in the military. I don't want to see that.
Kevin, I will say this. I just spoke at something called the Military Influencers Conference, MIC. It happened in Atlanta. Yep. They had approached me several years in a row, and I wanted to stay away because I don't fancy myself an influencer. It's kind of icky for me. But once I learned more about it, what's really cool, Doug Collins showed up, and it's a great way to reach veterans that don't know how to apply for health care. It's a great way to reach military families with resources. Sometimes the federal government isn't the smartest and best at reaching people.
I think you nailed it. Yeah, a lot of times. You're right. And you know what? And thank goodness for the secretary for doing that. Yeah. Good Georgia Bulldog. Love him. I would just say this as well. One of the other things that I like about social media and the use thereof, it really does speak to the younger people. For years, we had sort of a recruitment issue where it was very difficult getting young women and young men to even consider a career in the military. Thanks to the Secretary of War, that's certainly changed. And between you, me, and the Fence Post and the 1.5 million people who are watching tonight, you are a good example of why you should consider a career in the military. And so maybe you're not doing it per se online every day, but having people like you, veterans who can speak to the good and the bad, I think is a good thing.
I appreciate it.
When he uses his Abercrombie training to make it all look good.
There you go.
That's a story for another day.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.